Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to your FSU weather update. Today was an excruciating hot day. The temperatures in Tallahassee was at 96, 93 in Quincy, all around the Big Bend region. The temperatures was all the way in the 90. As you can see on the local radar, not too much rain for the whole area. It was just mostly dry, which rose those temperatures so high for today. And as we continue for tonight was a beautiful night. If you had plans for tonight, please go out because it was so hot. I know you probably waited to the evening to get it done. Isolated storms in the evening, but partly cloudy overnight. It's a great night to enjoy. And for the headlines for today, there will be not much rain after sunset, so if you have anything, get it done. Very wet Thursday and Friday, rain, and there will be less rain over the weekend. And I will now pass it off to Alyssa.
Thanks, Mayshaunt. We're actually going to go into a tropical update right now. There's a lot that's been going on these past few days. So in the eastern Pacific, we do have some remains of Tropical Storm Howard as well as Tropical Storm Yvette that we are keeping an eye on. But first, let's look at a quick look at Tropical Storm Howard. So it is pushing towards the west, moving its way towards Hawaii. However, there aren't any watches or warnings being laid out for Hawaii because it is weakening and it may bring up some surf for the area. However, nothing too severe. However, Tropical Storm Yvette is doing a different story. It's not quite near Hawaii yet. It is moving towards the west, but it may expect as it pushes on to increase into a hurricane by tomorrow, Thursday. So there hasn't been much of a change in strength currently. But like I said, tomorrow it is expected to possibly increase into a hurricane. So we are watching its outlook. It's too soon to say how it will affect Hawaii. However, we will continue to track this storm to see how it will progress into Hawaii. Now let's look at what we've been seeing this whole Atlantic hurricane season. So Hurricane Earl is looking to be our fifth named hurricane of the season. It is going to be bringing a lot of heavy rain for South America and Central America. It has grazed the northern parts of Honduras, and it will project to move and hit Belize right there. We are expecting that to happen tonight, probably around midnight or early morning tomorrow. So this is going to be bringing a lot of heavy rain towards the Belize area. Most damaging effects will be in the mountainous areas where that flash flooding and mudslides can be possible. So be very precautious if you're in those areas and make sure to continue to listen to those watches and warnings in the area. So again, this is moving along and will possibly hit parts of Mexico and continue to move towards the west. So we will continue to track its progress around the area. However, we are going to be going into currently in Tallahassee with Vanessa right now.
Thanks, Alyssa. So currently in Tallahassee is at 92 degrees, humidity at 62%, going up with some of the rain that we're looking at now. We have this water vapor, really not too much today. We saw a lot of it last night. It's kind of cleared up. We've had a nice dry day today. If you look at these current winds here in Apalachicola and Caribou, these are the typical sea breeze, pretty strong, which made it a nice day to get out there with that breeze really helping to cool off from that heat. And then over to this side, if you see Perry and Thomasville, you see these winds going up towards the northeast and Thomasville going down. And where those two winds combine is where we'll start to see some storms popping up. And you can kind of see that here to the east of our viewing area. You see all these storms starting to pop up on the side. It goes a little off, so we can't see too much. Again, stuff that'll clear up. Nothing too much that we're looking at today. However, tonight we saw a little bit here, which is what's keeping our temperatures a little bit cooler. Going into tomorrow, through the night, it's going to remain pretty clear. We're not looking at too much. It's going to be a good dry night. And then, tomorrow is when we're really going to start to see all these storms pop up throughout the area. We are looking at a very wet day tomorrow, so hope you enjoyed today because you're not going to get that same temperature tomorrow. And then those storms are really going to stick around throughout the night. We're not even expecting much relief through the night. And going into Friday, we're pretty much looking at the same thing with a lot of pop-up storms, a lot of heavy rain. And Tonight, again, it's going to be a pretty nice night, 75 degrees, partly cloudy. There may be a few isolated storms, but nothing to keep you out of the house, so go out and continue to enjoy this beautiful day. Tomorrow, however, like I said, heavy rain. 70% chance of rain, thunderstorms very likely. It's going to be a wet day tomorrow. And it is going to be pretty cool in the morning, 76 degrees. It's going to remain pretty cool throughout the day because of those storms. However, those storms are going to start up earlier than we're used to. You're not just going to get it for your commute home. You're going to get it throughout the day, starting up around noon and continuing out throughout the night. So tomorrow and Thursday, again, really expecting a lot of rain, and that's going to continue throughout the weekend. However, thankfully, this rain is going to keep our temperatures a little lower, so that'll be some nice relief, a little change from what we're used to. Monday, throughout the week, it should start to clear down a little bit, but still expecting some rain. So now we'll pass it off to Alyssa for a look at the national.
Thanks, Vanessa. We're going to bring it more widespread now with the national. There are some wind reports across the nation, and that is expected to be in effect for today, but we will be looking at our current conditions right now. Very hot around the whole U.S. We have 100 degrees in Dallas, so they are really feeling the heat. And so you see the heat spots are really in the southeast and Midwest, but it's still not letting up as you go towards Salt Lake City with 93, Phoenix at 95. So that's because our dew points are pretty high, actually. We have 75 in Kansas City, 74 in Memphis. As we go down there all the way to Miami, we're looking at 75. So those dew points are making it feel really hot and muggy out there when you combine that with the current heat that we actually have. So if we zoom into these watches and warnings, though, we do have a pretty big flood watch here near the Four Corners of Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. And we also have a severe thunderstorm watch up there in North Dakota. So we want to be on the lookout for that because there can be a tornado warning or watch in there as well. So it's good if you're in the area to be on a lookout for that. So let's zoom into this, though, of where we saw that flood watch. So there's a high pressure system here, and it is there is a lot of rain that is causing those floods. However, that high pressure system will be moving the system out throughout the day as the night goes on and into tomorrow. Now let's shift over here near Des Moines, Iowa. We do have some cloud cover near pushing away from Kansas City and storms. It did bring that rain. However, that will be subsiding and clearing out as the day goes on. And thankfully, none of this rain has brought any airport delays for most of the United States. However, Miami has 38 minutes of delay, and they have actually been having a lot of flooding going on. I know my sister was telling us that our neighborhood was flooded up to her ankles, so a lot of parts of the area in Miami have been experiencing some flooding. And look at this rainfall that you have been seeing across the U.S. So a lot of rainfall happening. Let's move this on through as the day goes on and into Thursday. This will continue to increase. Miami looking up to 1 inch of rain, and this continues to rise as the evening goes on into Friday. Friday, we will finally be seeing it kind of subside as the day goes on, but it is getting up there. A lot of rain happening. So tonight, we aren't looking at it cooling down too much. Pretty warm in the 70s, 50s up there in Seattle. However, tomorrow's forecast, we are looking for it to be hot once again with lots of storms popping up around the nation, Tallahassee being one of them. And also over there near Phoenix and the Four Corners, we are going to be seeing that rain continue. But enough about the United States. Let's look at another local right now with Vanessa.
Thanks, Alyssa. So looking at these temperatures, you see Tallahassee again, 92. Pretty hot up here to the west in Little Rock and Shreveport. They're all the way up in the high 90s, almost breaking 100 there. The current heat index, so this is what it feels like outside, mixed in with that humidity. Again, Shreveport and Little Rock really burning up over there, 112, 108. Even other places, though, we're still looking at some pretty high heat indexes. Tallahassee at 106. And if you look at those heat indexes, you can really see where those heat warnings are going to be. So here we have a heat advisory all in that area where we saw those really high heat indexes of 112, and it's not surprising why we see this heat advisory. If you look at all this water vapor, we have some here in Louisiana, and then over here to the coast, and a little bit here in Miami, and that's really going to show us where those storms are going to start to pop up. So you can see that here, again, over here to the coast, you see those storms in New Orleans, Louisiana, and then here in Miami, just a few scattered storms popping up there. That was all today, though, and we were looking at a pretty clear day today, so really not too many of those storms there. Tonight, we can see some of this moisture here tonight, but when we're really expecting that to heat up or to pick up tomorrow. Throughout the night, again, still going to be pretty clear throughout the area. We're not expecting much through the night. It'll be tomorrow when we really see those storms starting to come in, bring a lot of water, bring a lot of moisture to our area. And then continuing out throughout the day, it's only going to get worse as we go on throughout Thursday afternoon. So tonight's forecast, pretty much everywhere in the mid-70s. A little higher here where we saw it was hot throughout the day. It's going to remain hotter throughout the night. And then in the south of Miami, south of Florida and Key West, 82 degrees. So pretty hot down there. Tomorrow's forecast, again, over here to the east, you see a lot of rainfall. And you can see, though, that's where these temperatures are a little lower than over there to the west, where they're just not getting as much rain as us. So we're going to pass it back to Mayshaunt with a look at the local again.
As I mentioned earlier today was an excruciating hot day today. It was 96 degrees, and it was right around the average and a little above the average, right around the record today and a little above the average that we had around the Tallahassee around this area. As we look at local temperatures, it's still hot outside right now. It's 92 degrees in Tallahassee, 93 in Quincy, 96 in Wilma. So please drink water and stay outside until tonight, because that's when it will cool down later on tonight. And as we look at the satellite radar, we see that it wasn't much rain that came through the Tallahassee area. Much of the rain was up in Alabama and in the Georgia area. But as for the state of Florida, not too much rain. We just had excruciating hot and very dry weather. As we look at the forecast for tomorrow, there's expected to be a lot of rain. The rains will end up all the way up into more than an inch of rain in most parts. And in Carabel, they're expected to have 2.5 inches of rain. In Tallahassee, 1 inch of, almost up to 2 inches of rain. So carry umbrellas, ponchos, whatever you like. Bring it out tomorrow, because tomorrow will be a rainy day. And as we look, and for tonight's forecast, tonight is a beautiful night out there. It's 75 degrees in Tallahassee, 74 in Monticello, 75 in Quincy. If you had any plans for today, tonight will be the night to do it, because as for tomorrow, there will be a lot of rain and there will be a lot of moisture tomorrow. So it wouldn't be a great thing to do. It wouldn't be a great thing for you to go out tomorrow. And as we look at tomorrow, as we expected, there's a 70% chance of rain. Rain should start anywhere from 12 o'clock all the way until the evening. 91 in Tallahassee. When the rain starts, as the rain drops, the temperature will decline, and we should see the temperatures all the way in the 80s as it is in Apalachicola and Carabel. As for tomorrow on the sand, tomorrow would not be a great day to go out to the sand. Winds at southwest at 10 miles per hour. Surf at 2 feet or less. Tomorrow do not go to the beach, because we're expecting storms all the way from 12 o'clock all the way into the nighttime. The water will be a beautiful 89, and if you do decide to go out there and enjoy the beach, the UV is at 8, so please wear some sunscreen, sunblock, whatever you choose, just tomorrow. And as for the week ahead, we're expecting rain for Thursday and Friday at 70%, as the temperature the high will always be at the 91 and in the lower 90s. And as for Saturday and Sunday, the rain will decline all the way throughout the week. As we can see, as Saturday and Sunday will be 50%, and as for Monday through Tuesday and Wednesday, the chances still will go up a little bit, but we should expect the normal in the Tallahassee area. But if you like what you saw, stay tuned. Tune in to FSU Weather on Twitter or Facebook. Enjoy your night, Tallahassee.